talking about reinventing yourself as a leader, why it's important, meaning like why you should really consider doing so, and what it really means. Like, how do you reinvent yourself as a leader? What does that even look like? Okay, so I'm going to start with the why. I have to give a little bit of context first, in that business is hard today. Whether you're a CEO or a leader within the business, you know that the external environment is making your business harder. Everything from the economy not doing as well to all of big technology and the social platforms changing their algorithms every 5 minutes to expenses just, being a lot higher everywhere. So business is harder and change is coming faster and faster. That to me is one of the things that I notice the most, is that right when you think you might have something going pretty well, it changes. So, how do we actually succeed with our businesses and be competent, confident leaders when it keeps going not as good as we hoped, right? Like, and even when it goes well, just feels like it goes well for a little bit and then it starts going worse again. And you're always working to get back to where you were, right? Right now, gosh, so many clients are just trying to have as much revenue as they had last year, right? And they're ecstatic when they actually meet that. And the reality is that lots of clients are doing less than last year, but in this environment, it's still quite good. Okay, so when everything's changing and things feel bad, how are we going to not only survive, but really thrive in this kind of an environment that is not easy, that does get more challenging, that does kind of throw curveballs at you, uh, unexpected ones often. I was working with a leader today, and it really hit me how much this is about what we talk about in business, as kind of that business has two parts. It has the business part, and then it has the people part, meaning the business part is all the things you do to operate a business. So it's everything from your organizational structure, your business strategy, your goals, your projects, how you get things done, all your customer service, all your technology, et cetera, right? All those things that you need to run a business. But all day, every day, there's a second part going on, in that we still operate business with human beings. Our businesses are still reliant on having humans perform really well together in business. And humans are, we are amazing thinkers when we're actually thinking. When we're not thinking, we are usually in what we call self-protection, right? And self-protection is when you are in a emotionally triggered place. And that doesn't mean that you're having this giant emotional meltdown or emotional reaction. What it means is that you are thinking and behaving in ways that are driven by emotion. So let's take like anxiety, for example, right? Let's say you just introduced a new product and it's not meeting your sales expectations. That's anxiety producing, for sure. The thing is as humans, we have to learn how to handle that anxiety, because if we stay in that anxiety, we end up going into these self-protective thoughts and behaviors. We end up going to a place of like, those sales are bad. Those sales are not enough for us to be successful from here. I am, I'm starting to get scared that we won't be able to recover this, or we won't be able to do something good in the future. And when I'm in that kind of a place, in a kind of a not good enough or lacking place, in my own head, right? When I'm coming from that place of reactivity and fear and anxiety, I actually cannot see what's going to be important to actually have this product sell better in the future. Because when you go into a place of fear or anxiety, your perspective goes from nice and wide in a place of like, I'm okay in this, so I can see the different perspectives, I can see opportunities, I can see things for how they are without making a giant judgment on them. But when I judge them as bad and wrong, then my perspective goes to teeny tiny. And I get focused on a very small part of the picture that usually isn't even the part that is going to fix it, right? Maybe I would get focused on advertising didn't work to promote this new product. Okay, maybe advertising was a little bit of it, but this is a tough environment. Maybe some of it's advertising. Maybe some of it is just people have less money because of inflation and these giant mortgages that have gone up. We don't totally know. And so in an environment like this, we have to be willing to look sort of at, keep looking at the big picture and then at the details and then at the big picture. And to do that, we have to be in a good place inside ourselves. We have to be in what we call self-leadership, not self-protection. And some of that self-protection is pretty stealthy because in business, not meeting your revenue targets, yeah, sucks. It's true. It sucks. But we're going to have to keep it in a place of factual. It's not what we desired, but it's not wrong or bad. The only way to do that is to reinvent yourself and how you approach leadership and how you actually are as a leader, so that you aren't only, how would I say, it's like we want you to be outcome focused, but not outcome reliant. Because if you base your well-being, your ability to show up in self-leadership on achieving the outcome, we won't get you there. You'll immediately fall into self-protection. And then we lose all the good thinking and all the, the amazing intuition, the amazing perspective, the amazing way you can connect with other people when you're in a good place to actually find the opportunities and the solutions that are there. When I say reinventing yourself as a leader, what I mean is that you are doing an inside job. You are reinventing how you perceive the world, that you are reinventing how you relate to what's happening around you, that you relate to it without judgment. You relate to it from a place of, this is just what's happening. It's not good or bad. It's not right or wrong. We don't even know really what it is. But what we do know, and this is a giant part of the reinvention, is that we're enough. We're enough. So even if the sales of our new product didn't go like we hoped, that does not mean anything about our own capabilities, about our own intentions, about our own ability to show up and be here for whatever the world is serving us. We've got to be able to show up from a place of true confidence. And that true confidence is not the confidence of, I'm definitely going to be successful in reaching the goals. The true confidence is, no matter what happens, I know I'm fine. I know that I'm already successful. I'm already a successful human being. And so whatever I do from here is upside. So in that way, when you get to change how you perceive your whole world around you, then you naturally have a whole different approach to leadership. And it's one where you are connecting with other people in a way that is calm, that is centered, that is able to actually listen to what they're saying without having, the voice in your head tell you what they're saying isn't good enough. Let me interrupt and tell them what I think. That you're able to interact with people in a way that brings out their best thinking, that allows them to get into self-leadership because they don't have to worry about you. When you're in a good place, people can drop the part of them that's like, oh no, if it's me, now I'm not in a good place. My team will go to a place of, oh no, Annie's not good. We better figure out how to make Annie good. While they're doing that, they're not working on the business. So when I can show up already good, already knowing that I am competent, even if I just made a big mistake, and even if this current thing isn't going that well, I know that I'm okay in this. I'm going to show up well. It's going to go as it goes. And chances are it's going to turn out great. And when you consistently do that, it always does. There's this movie that I love. It's called The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. And in this movie, there's a quote in there that the hotel owner, the hotel general manager, keeps saying, and it's that everything will be all right in the end. If it's not all right, it's not the end. So I think that's a great quote for leadership and life. But so good for leadership, because we need to keep holding ourselves in a place of, it's going to be all right. It is all right. And in the end, it is all going to work out. We can't see how it's going to work out. We can't see exactly what the path should be. That's going to be a little bit of trial and error. And the better thinking we have, the better our trials are going to be and the fewer errors. And that really means that we have to be in a place inside ourselves that is all about, I'm good. I'm good. I'm all right. Even if this launch doesn't go well, even if someone on my team moves away, I'm okay. Even if I got some bad comments on my Facebook page. I went to give a big presentation and I flubbed it. Like, we're okay. And that part is just the big reinvention. It's not a small thing. It is, it's central. It's not easy, but it is worth it. It is the part that when you reinvent yourself so that you're okay from the inside out, it changes everything. And it definitely makes you a better thinker, a better decision maker, a better connector with people, somebody who the best team members want to work with, right? It makes you attract and retain talent that you can't right now when you're not in a good place. And so we want this for you. This is how you transform your business. Man, do we know that businesses need a lot of help and support right now. Reinventing is the name of the game. It's, in some ways it's like, this is probably the first of many reinventions. But the most important part is to reinvent your own leadership so that you are, you are enough. You are an outstanding leader in yourself every day, no matter what's happening and no matter what the results are that day. To learn more about this episode's topic, pick up a copy of my book, The People Part, at your favorite book retailer or at anniehymanpratt.com.